Alright guys, so we're going to do something a little tricky here, and let me know in the comments if you like it or not. I'm going to read out patch notes, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to be playing the beta, the PTU. So, yay for multitasking. But yeah, the reason why I'm doing this is to actually show you guys what the PTU is actually like, so you actually get to see it while reading out the comments, and that way you're just not staring at a screen that's just patch notes, because the link's always in the comments description below for the patch notes, so if you want to go through and read them you can on the screen, but I'm going to read them out anyway, so you might as well just watch me play and yeah, get the patch notes. So let's jump into it. So obviously pledge copy has been disabled for now. User CG settings, user display session info 1. Bug regression, there's obviously a link to that. Testing focus, general persistent gameplay for the universe, and bug regression. So that's obviously talking about, for example, like the whole accounts being copied and failing and UEC and stuff like that. I actually noticed the first time I jumped in, that actually lit up. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen or not, but I really liked it. Alright, as you can also see, the AI, they are... well, that guy's walking backwards and moonwalking, but apart from that, some of them are moving around, but some are still sitting on seats. And these guys over here are actually in the counter, but that's all I've seen so far. So, obviously, possible known issues. So, it is possible for players to get in a state where they're not able to connect to the global chat channel. The multi-tool from prison commissaries does not equip with the orbit mining. And if the player exits the menu, disconnects, crashes during the prison loading screen transitions, the loadout will not be changed. So, obviously that's a problem. Ships can also be displayed in an unknown state. Oh, we got a train here. Let's see if it's a static train. It can be in display state, an unknown state, unclaimable and irretrievable. When going into ADS, crouching with a pin 6 LR arrowhead, the player will be unable to see through the scope. Some security guards are behaving unnaturally. Makes me wonder what they mean by that. This one's departing soon too. We'll see if this one's static, because the other one's not. It's good. New features. Ship and vehicles. The Drake Cutlass Blue is in game. So that is kind of cool. So, Cortec feature updates. No, static train. Sweet! They fixed that. Looking good, CIG. Alright, let's go to the starport. So, Cry Astra services should now correctly work at all locations. Duplicate static trams should no longer be appearing at loading zones. So far, so good. Reclaimer soap dispenser in the bathroom should no longer be replacement balls. Oh, okay. The player should no longer be standing up on the bed, causing them to cut through the geometry after logging back into the PU in certain ships. Thank God. I was going to report that one, actually. Fix missing LODs and collision issues with security docks on space stations. Autopilot should now correctly disengage after triggered by flying into the restricted area. Hallelujah. Headlight glow textures on the Argo Mole should now all display correctly when the headlights are on. Fixed reflection light issues on the interior cockpit glass of the Freelancer, Starfarer and the Prospector. Fixed the multiple replace me textures present around the cockpit and the exterior of the Anvil Valkyrie Liberator variant. Fixed an issue in Arena Commander single player mode that was causing some players to be unable to change ship selections. And we are here. Let's see if this other tram's any better. No, that one is actually fixed as well. Let's see if this one is a static train. The rear turret, rear turrets rear aft turrets should no longer be missing from the Carrack or the Carrack Expedition. Lower aft turret on the Anvil Carrack should no longer... Fucking trains are working beautifully, CIG. Well done. Lower aft turret on the Anvil Carrack should no longer have intrusive reflections that obscure players' views. Fixed clipping issue on the re-entry of the military-style bunks on the Hammerhead. Carrack and the Reclaimer. Female character should no longer exit out of the prospector's bed on the wrong side. Fantastic. And players should no longer hear VoIP party or proximity chat globally. They also fixed 4 server crashes and 6 client crashes. Alright guys, so now that we've gone through it, we've read out the patch notes, let's talk about the patch itself. Good things, bad things, what they need to fix, what they don't need to fix. Right, so as for the static trains, haven't seen them over at ArtCorp yet. Could be a server thing, but looks like they might be fixed, so that is obviously some great news. Yes, by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm in prison. Don't ask. Bad news, the 890 jump mission. There is still the case of when you go into the into that area that separates the hangar bay from the rest of the ship, you can still get stuck between those 2 doors, and that in itself kind of sucks. So that obviously has not been fixed. That's obviously something that I'm going to have to let them know about, because that obviously does kind of suck. It kind of makes the 890 jump mission kind of really hard, because unless you go through and actually set that as your actual spawn location, you kind of then have to respawn back onto the planet. So yeah, why is that doing that? I have no idea. But anyway, as you can see, also there is also still the problems with obviously the stuff that is in the caves, the mining tool and everything in the caves. We are still having this problem here where obviously you go through and yeah, your multi-tool bugs out, and you do have to... The only way I found of fixing this is if you go through, respawn, and get a fresh tool from when you spawn in, and then unequip and re-equip. I'll make a video possibly showing how to fix that. That's the one way I've found of fixing that bug. Apart from that, the rest of the game is actually really, really good. You know, there's a couple of little things here and there. You know, like I say, obviously multi-tool bugging out when you're in prison, that's kind of game breaking. Considering I presume a lot of newbies are going to get sent to prison when this goes for a free fly next week. So that would kind of suck. So they probably should fix that before the weekend. But apart from that, like even the 890 jump mission, yeah, make it so that maybe you can fix the doors on that. But to be honest, they're the only 2 major bugs that I've actually found in this at the moment. The rest of it is actually really, really good. Apart from that, guys, yeah, generally, paints. So if you go to F1 and go to ships, they have added paints to the ships. So we'll bring up the Avenger Titan just for sake. You go to paint over here, and there's no external paint at the moment. But if I go down to something like, for example, where is the Carrack? Carrack has a paint, I think. Go to paint, and then it says it has this placeholder thing here. You unequip, and then you can re-equip it, and that's what it does. So unequip, re-equip, unequip, re-equip. So that looks pretty cool. Also, apart from that, you also have the Valkyrie. I think the Valkyrie has one too. No? Okay. Caterpillar has one, maybe? No? Okay. They've done some ships, not all, obviously. What about the Rover? No. I'm trying to think of what ships they said. What about the Freelancer? No. What about the Blade or the Prowler? Has no paint section at all, even. I think it was the Mole had one, maybe? Yep, paint. Here we go. Unequip. Re-equip. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. What else is there? Amview Transport, maybe. Did that have one? cargo maybe? No. Valkyrie didn't, I don't think. No. And to be honest, I don't know where to buy them. I haven't seen where to find them to buy them yet. Apparently you can buy them in-game. So that is pretty cool. I don't think the Saber had one. No. Gladius. I'm pretty sure the Gladius has one actually. Here we go. Paint. Here we go. Yeah. So unequip. Re-equip. Oh, okay. It doesn't do anything either. So like I say, obviously they're still playing around with it. Like it's still literally got the placeholder names even. Cyclone has one apparently. Cyclone TR. Let's see what that one looks like. Right, so unequip. There we go. Yeah. So it goes green to white to green. So yeah, basically, paint. Yeah, paint's maybe an understatement. It's more of a shader, to be honest. Overstatement, sorry, I mean. It's more of a shader. Basically allows you to go through and obviously change the colouring of your ships. Customizable, sure. It's far from what we want. Obviously, we want to be able to put decals and everything on the side. That's obviously going to be coming in the future. And obviously, I'm very interested to see how these paint skins go. Obviously, it would basically allow you to go through and change whatever colour you want. Very much like it was in Destiny with your ships, which is kind of cool. So that is obviously the implementing that is in the game right now. So apart from that, guys, what other problems have I found? Obviously, I get a black screen when I leave prison. I've had to do the voiceover on this because, yeah, you can see it on the screen here. I waited about 8 minutes. It didn't go through. I quit. I had a crash, client crash, filled out the report, submitted it. But the good thing is I woke back up, and when I went back into the game, I was in the hab over at Hurston. So I didn't have to worry about waking up in prison again. But apart from that, generally I haven't had a problem. There's a few problems here and there. There are a few game-breaking things they need to fix by the end of the week. It is Wednesday here in Australia, Tuesday in the US, so they do have 2 or 3 more days to get this down pat. But to be honest, the patch is really, really good. Like if this was to go to live, to fix those 3 things or 4 things and go live, I would be so happy with it. I would be really, really happy as a patch. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts? Did you like this new format where we go through and actually play the PTU when it comes out? Or would you rather me just have the patch notes on the screen? Would you like a combination of both? I could maybe put the patch notes down the bottom. I don't have work tonight, so I was able to do a little bit more editing. Apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Also, if you have any patches or any bugs, if you have any bugs that you found, if you've reported them to the issue council, let me know what the bugs are in the comment below, and link to the actual council, the issue council patch note, the actual issue council thing, and I'll go through and try and replicate it. If there's no video, I'll put a video up for you, and I'll also upvote it too if I can replicate it. So yeah, let's see if we can get some of these bugs fixed. Apart from that, guys, really like this patch. It runs fairly smooth. I did notice a little bit of frame rate drop over at Hurston, but apart from that, Microtech is amazing. I imagine the rest of the universe is still pretty good. And then when I talk about a bad frame rate over at Hurston, I'm talking about like 25 frames anyway, so it's not too bad still considering. But guys, let me know your thoughts are in that comment section below. Now, obviously, guys, apart from that, we are also still waiting for the Squadron 42 information to come out. Was supposed to come out yesterday, but Chris put his foot down. Apparently it had too many spoilers, so I'm okay with that because I don't want really to be spoiled on Squadron 42. And apart from that, guys, obviously we hopefully will be getting that sometime this week, so maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'm not quite sure, but hopefully sometime this week. Apart from that, guys, obviously this video has been helpful. Please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe. Do remember, I do stream on Twitch. I will put a link in the description below so you can go and check out the Twitch channel. And obviously I will be streaming this later today, so feel free to jump in and watch and play around. Apart from that, guys, I also do play with viewers. So if you do have the game and do want to play along, obviously feel free to jump in as well. Apart from that, guys, if the video has been helpful, smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I will see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.